Hello, everybody. This is Tom, and I'm going to talk a little bit about a few things I bought and then talk about where my channel is now. Now, this buffalo I bought January 1st of 2022. There will be a video about it, and I bought this early in January last year as well. This is a Silvertown round with a neat looking eagle on the back, pretty similar to what the Walking Liberty design has. And these Walking Liberties and this dime are about the last pieces of silver I've bought so far this year. Haven't found anything the last week or so. Of course, there's a reason why I didn't find anything last week. I didn't go to my coin dealer on Saturday like I usually do because I had a bit of a cough and not really a sore throat, but a very gravelly voice, and I'm just now coming out of it and feeling about normal. But so here we go. Silver certificates. These are all series 57, 57B, and a 57A. We'll hold this up where you can see them. 57A, 57B, and 57. The Secretary of the Treasury was the same for the B and A, but it's a different Robert B. Anderson, I think it is. I think that's Anderson for the 57 series. And all three of the treasurers of the United States are all three different names. So, but these dollar bills don't look a lot different than modern ones. So they haven't changed the design a whole lot. It does say silver certificate on these, which if you get these in your change, you probably want to keep them. They're not super valuable. Now, these might be a little bit valuable if they were in a lot better shape. They're still kind of crispy, but they're folded up quite a bit. Anyway, let's move on to a different topic. I got my coin album out because I had a few new things to add to it. I made a video for this, but I'm going to go ahead and preview it a little bit in my live stream, because that's a benefit. If you join me while I'm live streaming, you get to see new stuff. Now, we'll turn this way. The Buffalo nickel came from Old Country Coin Collector, and this cutout Mercury dime came from A.G. Stacker 1776. So A.G. Stacker 1776 has actually got a couple other things in here too. But anyway, let's talk a little bit about my channel. Hello, Metalhead Stacker. How you doing? Good to see you. Right now, according to the channel dashboard for me, I have 1,635 subscribers, which when I started the year, I think I had just over 300, or right at 300. So I've done well in subscribers. I've managed to film or record about 1,000 videos. A lot of work doing this. And I've got, let me see. This is the one thing I have to thank everyone who watches my videos. I have to thank them because I've got 335,000 views. Yeah, I probably got 1,000 videos, Metalhead. And you know, when I first started this, I thought I might do 1 or 2 videos a week. Once I started doing shorts, though, that changed because people started watching them more, and so I'm like, guess I'm going to be doing shorts. And when you do shorts, you can sit down with 4 or 5 different items and make 4 or 5 quick videos. But when you start adding up all the minutes, all the seconds of all the videos I've done, I've spent quite a bit of time just making the videos, not including, going and getting the items. For me, they are. I've the most video watches for any of the long videos I've done. I just done one recently where I was talking about Morgan dollars in reaction to Addicted to Minis and loving it. 320 something views, but most of my other long videos that are over 2-3 minutes, 5, however long they are, they don't ever seem to get very many views. And my live streams, if I'm lucky, I might have 7 or 8 people occasionally. Just depends if I get lucky and there's no one else around. Right now it did say there was 2 people watching. Now it says 1 again. But that's where I am on my channel now. I've got the subscribers. I've got the 2-step verification, everything you need except total hours viewed, because most of the shorts don't count towards your hours watched. So I need longer videos to get more views. But when you do one and it does 10 or 15 views, it's not really getting very far. So that's the thing I need to have happen going forward, is to have some of my longer videos get watched. And part of that is these live streams. Once I'm done with them, I leave them up, and if people miss and they watch it, I believe that counts towards watch hours too. But I've got a ways to go on that, but I'm not too worried. I mean, it might get to where if I gain percentage wise how many subscribers, yeah, that's a common for a lot of people, because unless you get some video catch fire and go crazy, you're not going to get there. But yeah, I've got several longer videos. I've been doing 1 or 2 every now and then, so it's a work in progress. It's a lot of work doing all these videos and taking all this time. It's not even make any money or nothing, just to have a channel and talk about it. But like I was saying, if I gain subscriber wise the percentage that I gained this year, I had 300 something in January, and I got 1,600. So that's like 5 times the subscribers. So if I go from 1,600, 5 times that, and I'm talking 7,000-8,000 subscribers, maybe then. So far, not much. Most people who subscribe to mine have come off of my shorts. So that's what you got to do. You got to make longer videos and hope that you can get somebody to watch them. Excuse me. Part of that is to find interesting stuff. Hopefully, I would think, when it comes to design, this train engine on this Silvertown 1-ounce round's pretty interesting, pretty cool looking. So, I don't like to buy just generic Buffaloes. I mean, I could have bought more of these all year, but there she is. Hey, Aunt Laura, how you doing? I just talking about stuff. If you missed the beginning, and Aunt Laura says hi. If you missed the beginning, you can always watch it back on the replay, because I'm going to leave it up. That's one way I've been gaining hours. 2022 Corolla. I've probably seen it because I've been visiting at Mex, Hero Bullion, at Money Metals, JM Bullion, SD Bullion, lots of them, to keep a constant look. it wouldn't be a live stream without doing that by accident, hitting the wrong button and having it drop out and have to come back. I've done that. Heck, I done it twice in one live stream once. So it's like, got to be careful what you touch on the screen. But the 2022 Corolla, I've probably seen it. I don't have any of them, so, and I'm not really buying too many of these kinds because whether it be Buffalo or ASEs or any of them kind of things, because the premium's pretty high on it. I can sometimes get Constitutional like this pretty cheap. In fact, the price I paid for each one of these walkers, they're worn a bit, but yeah, Aunt Laura, I always hit the wrong button sometimes. And Stack Attack 39's fine. Hello, I do not think I've seen you in my chat before, but 39's fine. That's exactly what this is. But I think I have a Buffalo. It's 49's fine too. But this Silvertown is a neat 1 ounce round. I think it's supposed to be like a Christmas theme. It is 39's fine as well. In Silvertown. It's in Winchester, Indiana, which isn't really that far away from where I am. Yeah, I like steam engine coins like this. Or browns, whatever you want to call them. I wonder if I have access to something else that's kind of neat. If I can get it out real quick. All right. Let's talk first about this. This is a trade dollar proof round. Now, if this was the actual 1885 trade dollar proof, we're talking a very expensive coin. This says copyright on it, so it'll never be mistaken. But yeah, I hate milk spots too. But that's a neat looking round. Now, I don't know if Cook Islands is planning on making another bounty one like this year. Probably will. I think they've been making them for a few years. But dang, I hit the wrong button again. Yeah, this is a really awesome design on these. They make them in 1 kilo too, in 2 ounce, I believe. This is a 1 ounce one. A lot of sales on it. $1. It's Cook Islands bounty. Now, this one is a different one. This is the Sea Dove. Rwanda produced this coin. Got the big compass there, and this is the largest selling ship in the world right now. That's traditional sail ship, 385 foot long. It's in possession of the Russian military, or country, but it was a war. The Germans made it, and they had to give it up as a war reparation after World War II. But the ship is kind of cool. I think it's got 4 masts. It's just huge. When you're talking sailing ships, I guess Rwanda makes a few other ones that are nautical ounces, as they call them, with the ships. I think they make one with the Mayflower, and I don't know. I think this is a 1-year issue. I don't think they made them in 2022. I think it's a different ship. But I love selling ship coins, even if they're copper like these. This is a British halfpenny, 64. Barely seen any wear and tear on this one. Uh, you should be able to get these capsules like this. I kind of like them. It keeps the fingerprints off of them, or spit drops from talking about it when you're doing a video, even though the cell phone's blocking most of that. So I have to clean my screen after every one of these. But yeah, they make these in 1 kilo rounds, which they're big. They're a lot thicker, probably about 3.5 inches across or something like that. But these capsules should only cost you right around $1. Should be able to get them at any. Oh, this did come without them. It came in a slip like this. I don't really like these slips a whole lot because the coin can come out real easy, and you can scratch it up putting it in and out. So this though did come in a packaging piece. It's sealed up. I didn't want to take it out because I didn't know whether or not people would like, if I ever wanted to sell it, if they would want it to have this package. You know how it is if you buy a toy, and then years later it's a collectible toy, and if you have the original box, it's worth a lot more. Yeah, the Cook Island one, I love it. I want to get more of them. I want the kilo one actually, but I had a little video about kilo bars in large bags of stuff you might see at a coin show or something. We'll move these so I don't set these right down on top of all these capsules and stuff. Clear this out of the way. Now, let's say you go to a coin dealer, pawn shop, whatever, and they have on their thing a bag like this of, say it's all quarters. This is just quarters, halves, and dimes. Say it's all quarters, and it's $60 face, which this is probably close to $60 face considering how many coins are in this bag. But they wanted to sell it all at once. They did not want to break it up. And they put a price on something like this, probably $1,200, $1,300, whatever it would be. Most people that go into someplace ain't going to be having that kind of money on them. So my suggestion to them was to break up their bag and sell some, smaller amounts. Break it up, I don't know, 10 different. Because if you break up that 10, it's $120. It's more likely someone might buy, have $120 and buy a bag of silver. But if you've got this much and you want to sell it all at once, you're going to have someone come in with a lot of money. Not everybody has that kind of money. But that was my main point about buying kilo bars or large bags of silver and trying to, wanting to sell it all at once and not break it up. Well, you can't break up the kilo bar, but, well, I guess you could, but it'd be kind of silly. But, you could melt it and re-pour bars out of it. I'm sure that's probably happened because sometimes poured bars are generally considered more valuable than, like a machine-made one, almost like most of the big 1 kilo bars are. But yeah, that's a heavy sack. That was all. Oh, that was bought from my treasure chest challenge. And there was more because that wasn't enough to fill it. It also includes this probably, if I had to guess, $30 face in this, probably. Who doesn't like a poured bar? But that's that, and that's cool. But all that plus a tube of Morgan dollars. All that was in my treasure chest challenge, and it filled it up. Filled it up to where when I took the ruler and dragged it across the open top, it caught coins. Yes, Aunt Laura, I love those too. Yeah, I got one. I'm wondering if it's real handy. But yeah, that was that. The treasure chest, I filled it up. There's a poor button that AG Stacker sent me. But this is the thing he sent me that blew my mind. Oh, I'm not buying another treasure chest full of silver like that. I mean, I'll buy some more of this stuff if it's presented and it's cheap enough. But what this is a Monarch Egyptian hieroglyphics bar. Real cool. If I can get it to focus. AG Stacker sent me this. Now, I sent him some nice stuff, some Orleans Mint coins and a few other things. So he generously sent this back to me. It's 1 troy ounce, 3/9 fine. They make these in several different shapes. They're kind of thick, being 1 ounce. But he sent that to me, and yeah, that's exactly what I thought. What a gift. It's very nice of him. But I sent him some good stuff too. So it's like, and stuff he likes, I sent him at least one of these half pennies with the selling ship on it, and sent him some, I think a couple of these. These aren't real valuable coins. This is a Portuguese coin with a Portuguese man of war ship, which in the high seas back in the day, it does look bigger than 1 ounce, but it's a little thicker than the coins are. You can kind of see how thick it is. And it's not quite as big, and it's not a full round, so that's probably why it looks that way. It's not as big as a silver bar is either. And this is a 10-gram button with a skull head pirate theme, which who doesn't like pirate theme stuff? But that's kind of neat. He sent me a silver star too. But getting back to the treasure chest challenge, this tube, pull this down a second. Oh, till someone else makes a comment. All right. All these Morgan and Peace dollars were bought this year. They're all beat up. They're all cheap. I mean, the first 2 big dollar coins I bought for my treasure chest challenge were these 2 Peace dollars. And I know you look at them and say, wow, them are slicks. Yes, they are. But in January, when I bought this, and the date's gone, $16. I'm filling up a treasure chest. This one right here, and let me show it to you if you haven't seen it. It's got the map theme on it. It's about 4x4, about 2 inches deep or so. But that was $16. The same day, I got this other one. It's a little bit less worn, but it's worn pretty bad too for $17. So right off the bat, I got $2 coins pretty cheap. I mean, that at the time was under melt but maybe not, because they're worn so much and they don't weigh near as much as one that isn't worn out. Now, all through the year, I kept getting more and more of them that were damaged or whatever, like this one, for right around $20 to $22 for most of these. Let's see if I can find it. This one was 20. It's not really damaged, but it has glue on it. Probably was in a belt buckle. One of my first Morgan dollars I got for it was this one, which has a big hole drilled in it. $18 though. I'm like, why not? $18 is near melt for this. The only one I really spurged on a little bit was this 1878, and it is an S mint one, a little hole drilled in it. Not a real big hole, just a little one. But the jeweler guy sold it to me. He said, I can put a chain on it, throw this in a ultrasound, clean it up, make it look nice, and probably sell for $35 or $40 maybe. So instead of doing all that work, he said, I'll let you have it for a certain price. And I went ahead and bought it, even though it was more than I really wanted to pay for basically a worse than coal coin with a hole drilled in it. Because if they have a hole drilled in them like that, and APMEX or anybody else is selling them, they're going to call it worse than coal. But these are, and then the rest of this stack of Morgans here were all worn out real bad. And it was the jeweler guy found a bunch of them, and he said $20 a piece. So I picked them up over the course of a few weeks, and then this one with the date gone, I said, that's missing the date. Can you do a little lower? He said, okay, 18. I said, okay, I'll do it. But I wanted dollar coins for the treasure chest challenge, so I got some. And like I said, most of these weren't any more than about $20, and a couple were 22, something like that, maybe 23. And one of the other ones that was probably about the most expensive of them was this one, which I think was 24. There ain't nothing wrong with this one. It's not drilled hole, no major damage. I mean, it's got a little scratch right above her head, but other than that, it's just a 21, and it's Philadelphia, I think. Well, it looks like it has a faint mint mark there. It does. It's got an S on it, which I didn't notice. It's almost not there. Like maybe someone took a 1921 and tried to make it look like an S mint. A little subterfuge. But there is a little S there, so that's different. But anyway, all these Morgan dollars and stuff, now peace dollars, are just going to be in this tube for now, because I'm not getting rid of any of these. All the ones that were in the bags, someday I might get rid of all of them or use them for trades to get better stuff. And that could happen to some of these Morgan dollars, because if I would go to one of my coin dealers today and he had something I really liked, and he said, so what would you take a bunch of worn Morgan dollars for? And if he'd say, I'll trade, then I might do it. But as of right now, I'm not planning on trading these. But anyway, the reason why I didn't go live last weekend is I had a bad cough, for all those who weren't there earlier. But anyway, I want to leave this video up for people to watch, because if enough of my subscribers go back and watch this over the next 3 days, it'll add some hours to my time, because it's a half hour now. It wouldn't take too many views to get me there, for a few more hours. But yeah, I couldn't really put this in this coin book very easy. I don't think it'll fit very well, and it's really thick compared to these coins. Now, yeah, a quarter, and then a 1 gram Monarch round, a dime, another dime from Frosty, couple nickels Daryl gave me for nothing. 2 peso coin that a guy at a Mexican restaurant I go to gave me. And then the most recent 2 items I put in here was that Buffalo nickel from Old Country Coin Collector and a cutout mercury dime the AG Stacker sent me. So I'm working on filling my book up, and I'll probably be able to get some more stuff for it eventually. Trade some stuff to somebody or send somebody something, see if they'll send me something back. That's a neat little sailboat world coin with an island on it. This is State of Qatar or Qatar. We used to pronounce it Qatar, but everybody calls it Qatar now. You talking about the ones with the holes drilled in them? Kind of like this little dime. It's a 1943 with a hole drilled in it for wearing as a necklace. If you do, they'll probably be cheap because they're not. And if this one had a mint mark on it, the hole's right where the mint mark is, so it's gone. But that's the thing about these drilled out holes. Sometimes they just drill them randomly. And you can even find world coins where people did that. This is a Mexican peso coin. Big hole drilled in it. 1980. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. The mercury dime that has been, the quarter slipped out, has been cut out. Should be able to see it pretty good without me doing too much weirdness. There, that's a good view for it. Yeah, if you find one like this, I would suggest maybe $1 is all I'd really expect to pay for it. It's not much silver's left in it. So where's that $50? Or this one. One thing that's kind of neat you can do with this is hold another one behind it and give it what looks like an ultra high relief type of look to it. And that's kind of neat looking. Now, I don't know if I've ever seen a Morgan dollar cut out like this. I think some people would consider it sacrilege to do that to a Morgan dollar. It's bad enough to have one that has a hole drilled in it. But I think this looks pretty cool like this. And I even have a little box thing that I could put it in to make a video. This has just got 2 pieces of thin plastic, and you can open it up and set something in it and then have it on display. Coworker gave me that. I thought that's kind of nice of him. But that does make a neat effect when you get it to focus. That's not lined up perfectly, but that's okay. But this, I would say maybe $5 is about as far as I would go on price on this if you found one. I mean, if someone asks for a little more and you don't mind paying it because you just want it, that's one thing. But I wouldn't suggest paying very much for a cutout coin like this. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and wish you all a good night. I've been on for a little while, and it's good to be back on live again after being off last weekend with a bit of a cough and cold and couldn't go through a live stream without coughing a whole bunch of times. So, but here recently, I just went to the coin shop today walkers, better shape than this one, 1150. You'd pay 10 just to have one. Yeah, you had it. I don't even know how they drilled these out exactly. They had some kind of high-speed drill bit or something and a steady hand. But walkers were 1150 today, and Benjamin was 1050. And that's what he had. He had a lot of 1 ounce coin or rounds and stuff too. Um, they weren't cheap. And then this Swiss coin, I have a video made. It's going live pretty soon, but I really like the look of this design. It's pretty cool, actually. The Swiss have notoriously been a neutral country for ages, and most people don't talk about, if you're going to invade a country and try to take it over, it's going to be rough because every adult male in the country goes through military training and is shown how to use and shoot a gun. And I think they keep their service rifle and with them plus ammunition. So if you invade the Switzerland, country of Switzerland, you're going to get shot at from every single direction. So it wouldn't be a good thing to do to invade somebody like that. And if you want some reading, The Art of War by Sun Tzu, where he talks about, this is a really short book written like 2,500 years ago. Yeah. Too expensive for pandas. Well, I haven't seen too many pandas, but this particular book is not very long. And when you go into it, and I'll just open it up to chapter 1 here, and I'll hold the camera up a little bit. Sun Tzu said, "The art of war is of vital importance to the state." And then it goes on and talks, "It is a matter of life and death, a road either to safety or to ruin. Hence, it is a subject of inquiry which can on no account be neglected." Which is pretty interesting. And you go through and he talks somewhere in there about there are armies that should never be attacked, roads that should never be followed, paths which should never be taken. Old school stuff. But it's true. I mean, and if you read that book, you'll have a different viewpoint on dealing with certain types of people. Because I like to refer to them as the a-holes you run into all the time. And I don't like running into them, and I don't like dealing with them, and I don't like talking to them, so I try to avoid them. But when you can't, a good snappy comeback is always good to have. All right, everyone. I think I'm going to go ahead and wish you a good night because, I still have stuff to do anyway, and my battery power is starting to go pretty low on my phone. So we will see you next time, maybe tomorrow. Have a good night.